righty, welcome to the Straight Red Card. It's Brett and Derek back. We are going to do a requested video tonight, and that is to create a current United States men's national team power ranking by position. Who are the top 5 players in each of the positions? Now, we have broken this down into goalkeeper, center backs, left back, right back is one category. Midfield, like box-to-box midfielders and defensive midfielders are in the same category. We'll break this down for everybody as we move through it. Center attacking midfield is its own category. Winger is its own category. And center forward is its own category. Now, we're not doing this like who we most likely think, Greg Berhalter's going to pick. This is our power ranking.
Oh, thank goodness, because that would have ruined my list. on a couple of players at least.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if we went by what, Greg Berhalter wanted, we know Zardes is going to be in his top 5, like center forwards going forward for God knows how long. Sure. And Altidore might even be in it too, even though, he's Mr. Injury prone. But anyhow, without any more distractions, let's head to we're going to start a goalkeeper, Brett, and how we're going to do this is we're going to let you start this by eliminating a player, and everyone will be able to see the players on their screen, and as they're eliminated, we'll mark them out, and then we'll have 5 left, and then we're going to put them in some sort of order the best we can. In some cases, it's going to be obvious. In other cases, it's not. So let's start with goalkeepers. And Brett, who are you eliminating on this list first?
I'm not going to take the easy option out here, and I'm going to start with Guzan.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. That might have been one in maybe like a year ago, 2 years ago, I might have, put up a fight there. But Brad is getting old. Yeah. He just had a really slow season in Atlanta, a really not so good one, but who had a great one. And, I don't know. You could argue you could take him for his experience.
That'd be the only thing you could go off of, quite frankly. I think there are other MLS goalkeepers on the list provided that are more consistent.
Yeah. Okay, I hear you on that. Now, I guess I'm going to eliminate one. And this is also probably not one that people see coming. I'm eliminating Ethan Horvath.
Oh, that was the next one I was going to do.
Yeah, and it's pretty simple.
For the same reason, too.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't play. He hasn't played for almost 2 seasons straight, ever since Mignolet got there. Club Brugge is so brutal, they don't even let him play cup games after the 4th or 3rd round. They're like, nope, you're done. We're too deep in the cup. We're putting Mignolet in for the quarters, the semis, whatever. I mean, it's amazing how much he's gotten screwed. And my inside sources say he doesn't care. They gave him the opportunity to leave Bruges. They said this last window, go ahead, go look for another team. And he stayed anyhow. So
just
either
enjoys the city, I guess.
Or either his agent couldn't find anybody who wanted his services somewhere else, which is astonishing.
Maybe not necessarily paying what he can get there / the possibility of finding playing time if he improves, compared to saying breaking down to a lower division or even just a lower team within the league,
Maybe, or it could be a Bobby Wood situation like you just said, like, Hammered's like, go find another club, and Bobby Wood's like, screw that. I'm sticking around for the next 2 years, even though you're not going to play me, so I get paid. Mm-hmm. I'm getting every last penny of this contract. And I guess that could be a reason. I mean, we'll have to look into what his salary is. Now I'm going to let you...
That'd be a sad mentality for what is he, like 24, 25 25 years old, I think?
Yeah, I know. But I trust this source, and I'm not going to name his name.
I won't doubt you on that. I'm just saying it'd be a sad mentality to have for such a young player who has had promise,
God, yeah. I mean, if I had any self-belief as a goalkeeper, I'd be really pissed. Number one, that they bought Mignolet when I played a whole season and was pretty serviceable. I mean, he makes occasional bonehead mistakes, but, what's happened to him, for him to lie down and just sort of take it. Ugh, I don't like that at all. So, yeah, no more Ethan Horvath. I know people are going to be pissed about that. You see him on like all these lists of United States men's national team, U20, the final rosters or whatever for the next World Cup. Well, he better hurry up because time's running out. He needs playing time.
Well, he's played like 180 minutes, or not even that. Hold on, 270 minutes, I guess, this season amongst how many different cups and various leagues and.
That's 3 games.
It was 3 games. Yep. So it's either my thought process is either he thinks that he can be competitive for that position and he's trying to fight it out, which if that's the case, props to him. Or maybe again he's comfortable where he's at and he's fine with just taking the paycheck, which would suck. But yeah, it's up to him. And obviously he's his own player and it's up to him what he wants to do.
Maybe they've promised him after Mignolet is gone and doesn't re-sign, which there's no absolute about that. They could sign and bring Mignolet back and have him sign another contract for 3 more years. And then what do you do? So anyhow, let's cut the next player, Brett, and that's on you.
Oh, the decisions. Let's see. I guess I'll cut, and I hope I don't butcher his last name here. But I'm going to go ahead and cut Matt Freese.
Matt Freese, okay, the Philadelphia Union guy. I know that Berhalter and his people seem to like him, and he is a prospect for the future. But yeah, right now,
more for the Olympics, yep. not for the top 5 at this point.
Not at this point.
If it was an important qualifier game as of tomorrow, he would not be in my top 5.
No, not even close. Not for me. And for the same reasons, I'm getting rid of JT Marcinkowski.
Oh, that was my next one.
Yeah, he's a young guy. There's a lot more work to do there. He's not in the top 5 yet. And that leaves us with a bunch of veterans and Zach Steffen, who we already know is number 1. So we'll just put a 1 by him.
What? Who said that?
Well, if you disagree, I guess we'll have to talk about that.
No.
But now you have the thunderous responsibility of getting rid of one of these guys.
I mean, it could literally, at this point, it could literally be anybody. But in my top 5, I had marked off Tim Melia.
Okay.
Did I pronounce that properly? God, there are a lot of these questionable names, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can live with that. And it's just that, Tim Melia is at an age at this point. Bringing him in, you might as well bring in Brad Guzan at that point. He's just, not that Stephen Fry isn't, but, I don't know. That's just such
like I said, it's a toss-up. When you start talking about these, the 4th or 5th option and then below, some of these positions, they get kind of, you can make an argument for anybody. Not anybody, but a number of players you can make an argument for.
And I'll be honest, I only think of goalkeepers in groups of 3. I can't think beyond that. It's really difficult. So this one was hard for me. This is the hardest of the sections as far as just nailing down.
I think the most interesting thing will be see if where our top 5 falls in comparison.
Yeah,
again.
Yeah. I think it's difficult because after the top 2, I think it's just like, well, fuck, it's a coin flip after that. So let's see who you had.
I'd like to see if you even had the same second option as me.
All right. Who's your number 1?
Number 1 was Stefan.
Yep. Okay.
We both agreed, even though I joked around about it, but both agreed.
Yeah, no, I agree. All right. Who's your number 2?
I went with Hamid.
Really? Bill Hamid? No kidding. All right.
I love his shot-stopping ability. He's a good, solid goalkeeper, and I'm kind of confused why, outside of the little temper tantrum he threw at the beginning of Berhalter's stint, I'm kind of surprised he's not really getting more looks.
You want to know why? He's not good with his feet. Period.
Okay. I won't disagree. Sure.
I know we said we weren't going to do who Berhalter was going to pick, but it has nothing to do with Berhalter as much as it has to do with the modern goalkeeper is expected to be good with his feet now, and Bill Hamid is not. And that's why he's my 5th place guy in this group. I'll pick who do you got 3rd?
I went with Johnson.
Man, okay. Interesting. So Johnson was my 4th. And for the same reasons that Bill Hamid is down there. Yeah.
I would say Johnson's ability with his feet has definitely improved.
It has.
But
yeah.
no, I can understand that. Being a Chicago Fire fan, I completely know his lack of ability of playing with his feet
and
at that point.
I know it's gotten better because it's been forced to get better at NYCFC. But I will also say this about Sean Johnson. He'll make some great saves, but boy, does he make some bonehead plays too. And he has he did last year for NYCFC. There's that clown goal, or he threw in his own goal. I mean, he does some weird stuff. So Sean Johnson's my fourth, and then we'll do all the math, and then the averages will work themselves out, and we should have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after this. So your next pick for number 4.
Ed Turner.
Matt Turner. I have Matt Turner as a 2. And the reason I have him as a 2 is really based on last season and how great he was. And I think he's better with his feet than Johnson and Hamid. So I put him above that. My real battle was Stephen Fry or Matt Turner. And I put Fry at 3rd. Sounds like you had him.
Basically, you took my 2nd and 3rd and swapped with my 4th and 5th. And I as I said from the beginning, most of these players, especially after Stefan, I looked at and I said, well, any of these players could fill in the position and do well.
Yeah.
And I can understand your take on why you had them flip-flopped. I went, I don't know. I mean, they all have their strengths and weaknesses.
Based on the math of our rankings, first is Zach Steffen. There's no question. Second, based on the math, is Matt.
I'll quite simply just say I'll bow down and go with your top 5 because I mean that's. No. It's a solid enough argument in my opinion.
So what all I'm doing is combining our numbers and getting an average and then lining them up. So still, Matt Turner came in 2nd. Yeah. Sean Johnson came in 3rd. Bill Hamid 4th. And last was Stephen Fry. So I think I can live with that. And, I could live with, that's why this is kind of fun because it's your thoughts and my thoughts combined. And then we have our final 5. All right. So that was goalkeepers. Let's move on to the CBs.